If you cry every year on your birthday, this is the video for you. If you get the birthday blues every year on your birthday, this is the video for you. Or if you're just trying to glow up, become the best version of yourself, reinvent yourself, this is the video for you.
I bet if I give all my love, then nothing's gonna tear us apart.
Hi, my name is Jazz. If you are new here, I create a lot of content on how to become your best self, how to become a better you, how to reinvent yourself, how to glow up. So if that sounds like content that you like, go ahead, join the family, hit the subscribe button. If you get the birthday blues every single year, hit the like button because I used to be just like you. And go ahead and in the comments, describe your perfect day because that is exactly what we are going to be talking about today. In this video, not only am I going to teach you how to have a higher self day, and a higher self day is what I do every single year on my birthday to have the best birthday possible, but I also do this about once a quarter, maybe even once a month to manifest my higher self. It's a great thing to do if you are on your glow up journey, if you're trying to reinvent yourself. It is, in my opinion, one of the most powerful manifestations you can possibly do. So I remember a few years ago, I had a girls' trip. And planning a girls trip for your birthday, especially a Miami girls trip, is very stressful. And by the end of it, I was like, I'm never planning a trip for my birthday ever again. So if you ever like planned a birthday dinner or planned something birthday wise and it never turns out how you think it's going to turn out. And I used to be that girl that cried every year on my birthday. And I think everybody cries every year on their birthday. It's just when your birthday comes around, you think it's gonna be this like celebratory thing. It's all about you, and it should be. But then all of a sudden, I think the major thing is you start to think about what could have been, what should be going on in your life. And life looks totally different than what you envisioned it from last year. And I think that's where that sadness, that's where that release comes into play. Birthdays just can be very, very heavy, but hopefully by the end of this video, I can change your perspective and you can actually look forward to your birthday, because I look forward to my birthday every single year ever since I started doing this. Okay, so every single year on my birthday, I have a higher self day. Now, typically I spend my birthday alone. There are multiple different reasons why I spend my birthday alone. I remember at first when I started doing this, people are like, I want to see you on your birthday. Like, I want to do this for your birthday. Why aren't you doing this for your birthday? It just comes with so much unneeded stress, so many unneeded opinions. Somebody, some way ends up pissing me off. Like, I would rather just spend my birthday alone because I am in full control of how that day is going to go, and I'll FaceTime people and I'll respond to text messages, or maybe I'll do something very intimate the day before, but on my actual birthday, I spend it alone, and I would highly suggest that you do this as well. It just takes the pressure off of everything, and you get to truly enjoy yourself and reflect on that day. And it's not going to be as lonely as you think it's going to be. It's actually going to be the opposite. My birthday is March 22nd. I was born in 1997. I am an Aries with a Sag rising and a Virgo moon. And I love my birthday every single year. I start my birthday prep planning about a month before, and everything that I do for this prep for my birthday is for me. It's not to pop out anywhere, although I will take a couple cute pictures, but it's truly everything that I do for me. So I'll start like a month before. So a month before, I'll do anything like aesthetic wise. So I'll go and get like Botox. This past year, I got facial balancing, or I'll do a really deep chemical peel. Something that's just gonna be kind of very invasive. Is what I'll do like a month before. Also a month before is I'll pick a workout challenge, like a 30-day workout challenge, whether that be an ab challenge, whether that be a core challenge. I'll just pick some type of challenge that I can do over that next month that I can stick to. I also really, really focus on my skin. So again, like I said, I'll either go get a chemical peel or I'll go get a facial. You really want to get a facial not like a week before your birthday, because a facial can bring out impurities. So I'll get like a hydrofacial and I'll just keep up with with like a hydration method throughout that month. I'll drink like hormone balancing tea or spearmint tea just so I can keep my breakouts at bay. I will do weekly at-home masks. Again, I will just really focus on hydrating my body. I will start drinking like a gallon of water. I will just start almost the physical side of reinventing myself. I will start like a month before, or I'll start to keep in mind what kind of new hairstyle that I want for my birthday. I love picking a hairstyle for my birthday. It almost feels like I'm reinventing myself, or it's a true marker of moving into the next chapter. So I always like to change something about my appearance around my birthday time, whether it be my hair, whether it be my nails, whether it be my style, something that signifies like a new era of me, a new chapter of me, a new version of me. If you are interested in like a physical birthday glow up broken down by the weeks leading up to your birthday, I have an entire TikTok on it and I will include it in the description below. Okay, so after I've had that plan of how I'm going to physically glow up, the things that I'm gonna do for my body over this next month, now we start getting into the emotional inner work for this day in the higher self. So I've mentioned this in a couple of other videos, so please go and check those videos out. But get into a very clear mind frame. I sit down, and you can either do this in your notes app, or you can do this in you can just do this pen to paper. I like doing it pen to paper. It feels more powerful that way. But I go ahead and I journal a day in the life of my higher self. Now, there's a couple of things you want to keep in mind in this day in the life of your higher self. You want to write it as a true journal entry. So you want to write it in the present tense, and you want to attach feelings to almost every single action that you're doing within this day. So it can be like, dear diary, today was absolutely amazing. I woke up at 5:30 in the morning and I felt so rested. I looked around and I saw my beautiful house. I saw my beautiful penthouse, and I just felt super grateful for being able to achieve this beautiful home and being able to wake up in this beautiful home. I wake up, I feel rested. I get out of my bed, I put on my slippers on, and I go to the bathroom and I look at myself in the mirror, and I'm so happy with the way that I look, and I look at my teeth and I look at my skin, and I feel very beautiful. And I pick up my outfit. You're gonna go very into detail about what the day in your life of your higher self. What time does she wake up? What does she eat for breakfast? Does she work out in the morning? Is she waking up next to somebody? Is she waking up next to her forever partner? Does she have a dog? How does she feel in the morning? Does she meet up with a really good girlfriend at her Pilates class? What does she do afterwards? Does she take herself shopping that day? Does she get a massage? You just want to describe a day in the life of your higher self. You want it to be in the present, and you want to attach feelings into this journal entry. Now, your higher self is definitely not my higher self, but some of those things that I described previously are truly what I consider like my higher self. There are definitely things in that journal entry that you can start incorporating into your daily habits and your daily routines. That's another video for another time, and I've mentioned it in a couple of videos. But if you take a look at this day in your higher self, most of the things in there you can recreate for a day. I will always stand by that physical manifestation is one of the most powerful manifestations possible. If you want a luxury apartment, if you want a brand new house, a brand new townhome, instead of just sitting in your apartment, sitting in your house, unhappy, always daydreaming, all up in the clouds, go to those open houses. Go tour an apartment complex and go tour the apartment that you want. Don't sell yourself short. If you want that 2-bedroom, don't be going looking at 1-bedrooms, and physically go and just act like you are about to get that apartment. Physically go into that space, start imagining where your couch would be, start imagining where your TV would be, start imagining your dog in that space. I am such a firm believer of physically placing yourself in the spaces that you are meant to be, that your higher self is at. That's why I always bring my laptop to like affluent neighborhoods and I will work in there. That's why I will go to Pilates classes in affluent neighborhoods. That's why when I was touring this apartment that I'm in now, did I have the funds to do so? Absolutely not. But it was just about physically coming in here. The world just started aligning. The world caught up to what I was physically being in. If you want a brand new car, going in and testing that brand new car and seeing how it feels, and literally tricking your mind just to be like, oh, I just got into my car and we're just going to the grocery store, instead of thinking that it's a test drive. Basically, manifesting your dream life is so powerful, and that is exactly what you are going to do for your birthday. This past birthday, I'll explain to you what I did for myself. First of all, I saved up and I had cleaners come and deep clean my entire apartment. So it just looked like a brand new apartment. There was no clutter, there was no messiness. It was just a squeaky clean apartment. Second of all, I put my dog into daycare. I didn't want to be woken up. I didn't want to have the task of walking him during the day. I put him into boarding for just 1 day just so I could have a day to myself. Now, in hindsight, probably what I'm going to do this year for my birthday is I'm probably going to save up to rent an Airbnb in like a beautiful home all to myself, or a beautiful condo, or I'm gonna treat myself to one night at like the Four Seasons or the Ritz or something like that. I just want to wake up in the environment of my higher self, right? So I would highly recommend just renting an Airbnb for the night and saving up for that. So I put my dog in daycare. I had my place cleaned. I wasn't at that time waking up at 5:30 in the morning, but that day I was gonna wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I went to bed early the night before. I missed some like midnight calls, but I woke up at 5:30. I had a Pilates class set in Buckhead, and I woke up and I just romanticized my day. I woke up and I was like, I'm not even gonna tell myself that I'm tired right now. I feel rested and I feel good. I got up and my apartment was all clean, all nice and shiny. Got up very slow and I went into my bathroom and I looked at my bathroom and I was like, you look so beautiful today. Like, today is your birthday. Like, I feel so good about myself. I love the way that I look. I've picked out my favorite workout set that I bought for myself a couple weeks before from Lululemon, and I just treated myself. And I met up with my friend for a workout class. We had a really, really good workout on my birthday. And then afterwards, I got my favorite smoothie. I came home, I took a shower, I used all of my expensive body butters, and I did my hair and I looked a little presentable. I booked a massage at the Four Seasons, so I got a massage, and then I took myself out shopping and I bought a perfume. I came home, I took a nap that day. I took some cute pictures, took myself out for a little solo date at my favorite restaurant. I came home, I had a movie night in, I made some popcorn, I poured some wine, I put on one of my really good feel-good movies, and I went to bed at a decent time. Now, this is just a very typical day in my higher self. Like, of course my higher self wakes up early. Of course my higher self journals throughout the day. Of course my higher self has a massage booked. Of course my higher self has the disposable income to just randomly go shopping and get herself that bag or get herself that perfume. This was just a normal day of my higher self. But spending that day alone and doing all of the things that I truly loved to do on that day and truly focused and poured into my day made my birthday so much better. I felt so good. I went to sleep with such a smile on my face. And ever since I started doing that, I was like, I am never not gonna have a day in the life of my higher self. One of the things that I'm gonna implement this year when I have a day in the life of my higher self is when I start to go to bed on my birthday, or maybe even the next morning, I am going to journal literally how I felt that day, how I felt. So we're not just journaling like what a day in the life of our higher self looks like in the future, and we're just acting or pretending like we live this day, but we truly just lived this day, and we're truly putting our feelings and how we felt at every step of the way during that day. And I think that is one of the most powerful techniques. And I realized that every single year that I have this day in the life of my higher self, some aspect of that day by the next year becomes my reality. It always has happened that way. And every single year, I feel like I just get better and better, and I just start improving myself more and more and more, really ever since I started having these day in the life of a higher self. And my day in the life of a higher self changes every single year. To be honest, it changes almost every single quarter. So what I like to do, and what I said originally, is I like to have day in the life of our higher self, maybe not as extravagant as like going shopping or buying perfumes, but I like to have a true self-care day, a day in the life of my higher self, at least once a quarter. It's so grounding to me. It is such a high form of self-love that I almost like look forward to it every single quarter, and it makes me happy to just work on my body, work on my mind, work on my spirit to just lead up to this higher self, just so I can show myself and prove to myself that I am committed to myself. And you'll notice that this day in the life of your higher self, if you start saving and putting aside some money beforehand, it's just not as expensive as a trip or a big birthday dinner or a big party, and those things are perfectly fine if you want to celebrate yourself. But I've loved my birthday every single year, and I truly look forward to it every single year. It's just a day that I can truly give myself everything. And then I'll hang out with my friends beforehand, or I'll hang out with my boyfriend or my significant other later. Even if you do spend this day with your significant other and just be like, this is what I want to do on my birthday, this is my birthday day, you know, just make sure they don't piss you off that day. And the most important aspect of this higher self day or physically manifesting is holding on to that feeling and really taking catalog of that feeling. So when you do go to meditate, or when you do go to make future journal entries of your higher self, or when you are making that glow up plan, or you are making a vision board, you know truly what it feels like to be in your higher self's future life. Again, like I said, this doesn't just have to be your birthday. This to me is an essential part of reinventing yourself, of glowing up. I would definitely highly recommend, if you haven't gotten this throughout the entire video, to have a higher self day. I hope that video was helpful. I know it was short, sweet, and to the point. I'm so passionate about having these higher self days and pouring into yourself. And I'm so passionate about not being pissed off on my birthday, not crying on my birthday. And I don't think any of the hot girls deserve to have any more tears on their birthday. I know there's that saying that says, if you don't cry on your birthday, was it really your birthday? We're not doing that anymore. We are celebrating ourselves. We're celebrating everything that we've been through. We're celebrating all of the lessons, and we are using this day to truly celebrate ourselves and to pour into ourselves, because you deserve it. If you like content like this, if you like this video and you are not already subscribed, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. And I would love to hear in the comments what a day in the life of your higher self is. Maybe we can all get some ideas from you. So I'll meet you down in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.